Hey guys, welcome back, and hello if you're new. Welcome to my channel. If you're new and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to follow me over on Instagram, I will have that right here for you like always. And today we are jumping right on into some fall goodness. We're going to be talking all about my top favorite fall eyeshadow palettes. So you guys already know if you've been watching me. If not, fall is my favorite season. I literally wish it lasted so much longer than it does. So I kind of just wanted to gather up all of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that I use during this time of year. Honestly, like the colors of eyeshadows I use during the fall is my absolute favorite. That's when you're gonna see me rock an eyeshadow look mainly. Like you'll notice my makeup looks kind of are simple and just natural, and that's just how I like to go about it. That's just my vibe. So I kind of steered away from doing a lot of eyeshadow recently. If you've been following me, you would notice I kind of just do natural makeup looks, and that's just what I like. But when it comes time for fall, your girl's always rocking some type of look like this. Very simple, a little bit of a brown, a little bit of a rusty, burnt like orangey color. My absolute favorite go-to, so you will see a reoccurring theme with these eyeshadow palettes. They kind of all look a little similar, but they are all different in their own way. They all kind of play and perform a little bit different, so that's why I want to talk about each one of them. All right, so I do have some drugstore affordable palettes, and I also have a few higher end ones as well. Everywhere from pigment to performance just kind of varies within each palette, so that's why it's worth me sharing each one of them. The first one I'm going to get into is affordable. You can pick it up at Ulta or Colourpop. It is this Colourpop Nude Mood palette. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes. You get all of your neutrals and nudes in here. It is the perfect natural neutral kind of eye look. You can create so many looks using this palette, whether it be a day look, a night look. You can amp it up from day to night, and you can keep it matte or you can keep it with a little bit of the shimmer. I just absolutely adore these kind of tones for fall. So like I said, you're gonna see this kind of within each palette. They all have those tones to it. More of that orangey tone, a little bit of like the rust color. Like you can get so many looks out of this one palette. It is so tiny and compact, very travel friendly and super cute. So this is the first palette that is seriously one of my top favorites, not just for fall. I mean, you can use this any time of year. All of these palettes you can use any time of year, but they definitely have that color theory and like tone to them, which is amazing for fall. Persona Cosmetics, this is the Color Theory Copper palette. Love it. This one again has your nice natural tones, building it all the way up to a nice smoky brown. I absolutely love these tones. They're again very pigmented. All of these shades in these palettes are so pigmented, and that's why obviously I love them so much. You do not need a lot when working with these colors, and like literally this is just a fall vibe right here. Obsessed. Super blendable, and you have all the shades that you would need in this little palette. I love how compact it is, and mainly the pigmentation of this is why I love it so much. Super great, has a mirror on it, and cannot go wrong with Persona. Absolutely love their palette. Another compact palette would be the Dose of Colors Sassy Sienna palette, and again has your copper tones to it. Super pretty. So this one actually offers all matte shades, and again, the same kind of color tones, where it's like the burnt orangey copper colors and a little bit of your brown. Literally how much pigment you get with one swipe. Super, super pigmented. So it's perfect when you want to do that nice blown out matte eye look. I personally love doing those in the fall. I think it is super gorgeous. I feel like even if you're a beginner with makeup, palettes like these are really awesome to have when they're just matte. That's just my personal opinion. I love it. So definitely would recommend this one. Next palette is going to be the Morphe 35G Bronze Goals palette. Just like in the name, it seriously is that bronzy palette you would want. I'm obsessed with it. You get so many shades in here, and they're all towards that like bronze vibe, but you do get your nice mattes and shimmers, and you can still create it to be like a champagne-y kind of eye as opposed to really deep and bronze or really deep and like copper like the other ones were. This definitely has more to offer, where you get your plums, a little bit of the gold, intense golds, more of the coppers, and then the nice brown. So you can really create it to be a nice heavy smoky eye, or you can make it a really nice and natural champagne-y kind of eye with like a pop of plum or something. Super cute. Obviously I'm obsessed with this black shade. I use this all the time. It is pretty affordable. I do like Morphe eyeshadows. I think they are really blendable and very pigmented, and you do, like I said, get so many looks you can get out of this. Their shimmers and like high intensity colors are so packed with pigment. Like that is insane. It almost looks like wet and crystallized on the eyes. You don't need to wet these at all either. They just glide on the eye, super nice. And like I said, I really like the matte shades, so this is a perfect palette to have, especially in fall. Next up is going to be this Ace Beauty or Ace Beauty. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It is the Grandiose palette. I love this. I've had this for a really long time. This color theory is just amazing. And again, you get your nice burnt rusty colors, a nice champagne, more of the gold and the plums, and a nice like highlight color. Look at that. I think that the plum shade, especially because it is matte, creates such a nice cranberry eye. Just so nice. I literally get so happy and excited when I talk about fall anything, but fall eyeshadows in particular are just literally like my happy zone. I don't know, like I get so happy doing a fall look, and I definitely want to create so many fall makeup looks this year for you guys and not just do the same ones that I've always done. You could totally use this palette all year round, especially because it has a nice coral and a champagne color, but I like to use this during the fall. These are my go-to, this whole little section right here. Alrighty, so another affordable palette would be the Profusion Mirage palette. I love this. You guys have seen me use this a ton last year, and it totally is one of my go-to palettes. I mean, all of these are, but this one is so good. Again, you get a nice variety of the mattes with some shimmers, but then you also get some of these like high intense glitters, and they are no joke. Like they're so pigmented and look great on the eyes. Again, very blendable and super affordable. I will try to link all of these down below in the description, so be sure to check there. Like these glitters, hello? That is literally like my kind of fall look. Stunning. You can of course make a really nice brown smoky eye with this, and it's so great. This one right here is a really nice shimmery brown. So great. So again, you get so many shadows in here, and it's so worth it. I love Profusion. A little bit on the higher end scale of things would be the Too Faced Born This Way. This one is the Natural Nudes palette, and this one is so pretty. You get your nice mauves and natural colors, of course, but then you also get your really nice deep brown shade in here. And again, these ones are to die for. These are so loaded with pigment. All of their shimmers are really good, but this one has like a wet kind of vibe to it, even though it's not wet. It just has a really intense buttery feel, and it looks stunning on the eyes. Your eyes literally look like a crystal ball. Like it's so pretty. You can continuously build on these, but you don't need a lot. I also use this color to create a little wing using eyeshadow. I think that is such a pretty look, but this palette right here is beautiful for fall. Again, you get that cranberry-ish plum with this copper and the browns. Screams fall. Love it. Another top palette would be the Ofra Pro palette. This is their Soul palette. So this one actually offers some highlighters in here as well. I've talked about this multiple times on my channel, but I like this because you can alternate out the shades and add your own. These pans actually do come out, so you can kind of interchange them to your own shades. The ones that come in here already are beautiful fall shades in my opinion. Beautiful matte colors, and then also your shimmers. And this highlighter is beautiful for an eyeshadow as well. You don't have to just use it as a highlighter. I had to throw this in here. Again, it's super travel friendly, and you can interchange them. So what better palette? Okay, so last palette, which is an oldie but a goodie. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Now I haven't used this one in a little bit, but I always kind of gravitate towards it. But the blendability and pigment of these, you just cannot go wrong with ABH. Quality is here for them, and you can create so many looks. I think I've made like so many using this palette. I've had it for a really long time. The cranberry kind of vibe is really pretty as well, so you really get that in here as well, and this color is so pigmented. You can get these in singles in the little pans. You don't have to get it in a full palette. So yeah, that was the ABH one. So those are all of my top favorite palettes that I gravitate towards most in fall, ones I would recommend to you, and I think that are honestly so worth it. I feel like I said, I don't do too much eyeshadow anymore, but these are the ones that are perfect, especially if you're a beginner, because you get all the tones in there. But you can also create a very nice, like super glam look or anything like that. But these are the ones that I gravitate towards most. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Maybe found it a little bit helpful. Let me know what your favorite fall palette is, or your favorite palette in general to use during this time of year. And I believe that is all for this video. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.